Bitcoin pumps above 47,000 US dollars and is close to a new daily higher high. Rather the reasons for this pump, where the money is coming from, we want to answer these questions together with Finn and Liam. I will update you in this video about the latest crypto developments. Right after the intro, Finn will talk about the reasons for this pump, open interest, change rate, and also net taker volume, all those important on-chain data. We also have the newest ETF inflows and also liquidation heat maps. Finn will give you a wider update on all those data. Also, after Finn, we will see Liam in the charts. Daily candle close above 48,000 would be great. Also, weekly candle close above 44,000 US dollars. What are the main reasons therefore and why we need to see all those important price levels? Liam will tell you. If you like the video in the end, leave a like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. We now start right into the video. Let's go.
Today we have many important things to talk about, and the first and probably the most important one is the flowchart of the Bitcoin spot ETF. We got the data for last day, so Thursday, and it was the third most positive day since the approval of the spot ETF. We saw a positive inflow of 8,770 Bitcoins netto. Grayscale, or GBTC is the ticker, sold off 2,400 Bitcoins. So we still, despite Grayscale is still selling, have a massive positive inflow here, which is correlating to the current pump we're seeing with the Bitcoin price. So we still have a big correlation between the spot ETF and the Bitcoin price. The next thing we have to talk about is the liquidation chart, because on the liquidation chart we are currently at $46,900 or nearly 47,000. We have been a little bit higher even, and we can clearly see here that we have grabbed the most close liquidity we had above us. The next liquidity we would have above us would be above the 50k, something about the 51, 52,000. So we would have to need a next big pump to the upside to grab the next liquidity pool we have here. So in my opinion, the question is, if today we won't see a further pump to maybe the 51 or 52,000, will we see a price movement on the weekends? The last few weekends we haven't saw any price change because we have this big correlation to the spot ETFs, and these markets are closed on the weekends, so we haven't seen a big price change in the last few weeks. So this weekend we have a big pump before the weekend. So now the question is, will the bulls manage to stay on that 47,000 level to maybe even get the weekly close on this really important level? Because we must also say, if we have a look at this chart right here, which is a little bit about where the money is coming from for that pump we are seeing at the moment, for sure we saw money coming from the spot ETF, but we also saw a big change in open interest. That means that we have many leveraged positions which also dealt their part in that pump to the upside. We also can have a look at the net taker volume. This is when there's orders in the order book and then you place a limit order to fill this order book order. That's net taker volume. That also indicates net buying positions. So we can clearly see on these two charts that we had pretty many leveraged buying orders to even fill that pump more, despite we also for sure saw that big inflow in the spot ETF data. But we can also see here we also had short liquidations, so also these short liquidations also fueled that pump to the upside. So the question is, if no, the buying volume from the spot ETFs will not be there on the weekends because the markets are closed, will there be a retracement? So we will maybe clear out these leveraged long positions which also fueled that pump to the upside. In my opinion, it's depending on two things. Where we see the daily close today, because it's Friday, it's the last trading day of the week, and then the spot ETF markets will close. And then the next question is, will the correlation between the spot ETFs and Bitcoin still be there this weekend? Because if we won't see any big price changes in the daily close, will be at the 47,000 or something, this would indicate that we will have a nice weekly close and probably continue the pump to the upside and maybe grab the liquidity pool above the 50,000. But if this is not the case and the bulls don't manage to hold the market at the 47,000 over the weekend despite the spot ETFs are closed, then this could lead us into flushing out these leverage positions that were opened while we saw the pump to the upside. But for now, I would say we'll switch on to the charts and have a look there. What are there the most important price targets and resistance zones?
Guys, at this moment we have four
following days pumping with the Bitcoin price, and this is very interesting because we also have at the current moment a very, very bullish weekly candle. So basically, guys, welcome to the chart analysis, and we want to start with the weekly candle or with the weekly chart to see where we can go within this week or within next week, because this weekly close will decide if we are pumping or dumping next week. So basically we can see we have an extreme bullish 12 or approximately 12% up weekly candle, which is very positive for the Bitcoin price. And also we can see that we are very, very much above this before weekly closes here we saw here. So it is very important for the Bitcoin price to close with this weekly candle above the 44,000 US dollar we saw here at these two tops. So it looks quite if we are closing above this, because we are also expecting very low volatility on the weekends, as we saw the last weekend since the ETFs are trading. So basically it is very unlikely for the Bitcoin price to be dumped into or below 44,000 US dollar on the weekend. So basically we can expect that we have a weekly close which is this bullish. I also want to mention that we have a resistance line here when we are connecting these two tops here. So basically we are just stopping there with the Bitcoin price at the current moment, but maybe we continue pumping within this day. So let's go forward to the day chart, because on the day chart we can also see this resistance line here with these points connected here, of course the retest here, and then we are retesting it here. So basically it is very likely for the Bitcoin price to stop here with the today's pump, but it is also possible that we are keep pumping to the upside, because if we are closing the day candle above 47,000 US dollar, so above this close here, we have the highest daily close since I think 2 years or since last bull market. So basically this would be a very, very bullish sign for the Bitcoin price. And also I think if we are closing this bullish with the day candle or the weekly candle, we can expect that we see higher highs on the Bitcoin price, as we saw here at 49,000 US dollar. So basically we can pump, or it is possible to pump to levels like 50 or 51,000 US dollar, basically above 50,000 US dollar. So let's go forward to the hourly chart. But before we do this, I just want to show you our long trade. We have a long position which is open since I think almost 1 year. Since the entry price is at approximately 20,000 US dollar, 19,400 US dollar, and the position is 400% in the profit with a little bit more than 4,000 US dollars. So it is a quite nice position. We never take out any profit out of this position. We just accumulated this position and added more margin to this position. So we are expecting that on the long run, like many years or like the next 1, 2 or 3 years, the Bitcoin price will go higher as the current level, because also of the halving and the Bitcoin spot ETFs, which will probably lead to a next bull run. So guys, let's go forward to the hourly chart, because there we can see that we had almost a very, very bullish 4-hourly close. And you see, guys, we had a bullish close at the 4-hourly chart. We will probably have a bullish day candle close, and we will probably have a weekly, very bullish weekly candle close. So basically it is very likely for the Bitcoin price to see another high above 49,000 US dollar, maybe above 50,000 US dollar, and this would be a nice milestone to reach, because we are just dumping, or we just dumped into the bear market like for more than a year, and it would be very nice to see levels above 50,000 US dollars. So basically we closed the 4-hourly candle at 47,200 US dollar, and this is very interesting because this is the highest 4-hourly close since the bear market started, or since the bull market was over, because here the 4-hourly candles at both times closed around 47,000 US dollar. So here we are just in the pump to the upside, and it's very likely that we see a higher high. So guys, this was the chart analysis and the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a subscription, and we see us in the video tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.